You heard so many negative things about stress, and then you heard that stress is your friend. So you're probably asking yourself, okay, is stress good or bad? Let's answer this question. The answer will be yes and no. Yes, he is good, and yes, he is also bad. Okay. Animals and human. We are completely different. But what is the difference? Yes, we have high cognitive functions. But when we are speaking about stress, we can say that animals have a better place there. Okay? Animals somehow use this stress response in a better way. Animals and human, we all have that stress response, and we have it to survive in a real dangerous situations. So we will use one example to explain how is that possible that animals use this in better way. Okay, let's use one deer, for example. Deer in the woods is chased by a lion. In that moment, when deer notice the lion, in his organism, that will be the signal to autonomic nervous system and to sympathicus part of the autonomic nervous system. Hypothalamus, who will also do a great job and turn on stress hormones in pituitary gland. So basically, this will create the possibility for deer to survive. This system, the whole system, will take the blood from the organs that deer doesn't need in this moment for surviving, and it will send the blood to his legs, muscle, heart. So he will be able to run for his own life. And a couple of minutes later, when his organism back to normal, that's it. Deer will continue with his life completely normally, and when he is in this situation again, he will again activate the stress response, and that's it. But what's happening with a human, with you and with me? Let's use John again, for example. Imagine John. If John, as a human, is chased by a lion, his organism will also create this stress response. It will be the same, and he would be able to run away. Let's assume that he also survived. But he is not finishing there. Okay? John will need more days to get better, to calm. He will probably have nightmares. He will maybe have nightmares and bad dreams about it. He will create a memory, okay, about this event. He will connect this memory with some other memories, and he will probably connect this specific thing, dog or lion or wood or trees, with the threatening situations. So in his mind, he will connect this specific situation and specific things from the situation as dangers. He will probably become afraid of all dogs on earth, even Chihuahua. This is the case with me, okay? This is something that happens to me when I was a little. Okay, I was chased by one dog. I survived, but I'm afraid of all dogs. Really, even Chihuahua really scares me. Okay. What am I trying to say here? John will develop a fear and a couple of more fears around this basic fear. John will probably imagine some future and further situations. What if this happens again? Deer will never be able to do that. Deer will never be able to sit and think, what if lion found me again? He will be able to notice that in that situation, but until that situation, he will be completely relaxed, living his life normally, not rising the stress hormones every day because lion can attack him again. That's the main difference. Okay. So, as human, do we have that privilege? Yes, we have cognitive function, we have memories, we have feelings, we have emotions, we have imagination, we can imagine some situations that had happened. We have fear, we have worries. We have high cognitive functions, but in this case, they are not so good. Because what's happening is we are not using the stress response properly like animals. Stress response is created to be used sometimes when it's really needed. Like human in history, when they lived in the woods, surrounded by animals, and they really needed that, and they used this stress response when they are really in a threatening situation. Okay, but what we are doing today is so wrong. We are keeping the high level of stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, constantly. All right? How we do that? With our high cognitive functions. Okay? We're thinking constantly about threatening situation, imagining threatening situations, with keeping our fears unsolved, keeping our problems unsolved. All right? But now you're doing something amazing. You decided to cope with that, to learn more about it. So, is stress good or bad? We can say yes, stress is good when we know how to use it. Sometimes, when we really need it. Stress can be our friend, but stress also can kill us.